You're now listening to the Sneaker Box.
Oh shit alert, Louis clothes, calling women sisters, Louboutins and Gucci shows. Well, I guess there goes my Louis shows.
What is up? I don't even remember. I don't think it even matters. But this is episode 159 though, so I want to wait for 160. Yay! The weather is starting to look better here in Detroit, so I can actually start wearing my sneakers again.
Not them potholes, though.
Oh, man, I don't know. It's power. They got me driving like a wide receiver or a running back trying to dodge a defender, man. There's potholes in the I don't know what's going on. Like
It's
the thing
a
that
crisis.
Huh?
They said it's a crisis.
A crisis that they didn't see coming. Like, we've been having First of all,
I didn't want to start the rant. I just was
no,
saying,
I mean,
like,
but just to say,
it's beautiful in the sky, but not on the roads.
I know it's man. Look, Michigan, and the crazy part is they actually put aside they have a special tax that they tax us with specifically for the roads, and our roads look this bad. I don't know what type of material they're using. I know we don't have any weight restrictions.
That is the pothole tax. It's so that they can put more in.
Oh, they put the. I know. I often wonder, like, if there was like some road worker that, like, during the night when there's low traffic.
You work construction, don't you? Didn't you?
I didn't do road construction.
Oh,
I did like real construction. When we built
that's not real construction.
No, it's not.
All right.
But no, like I always thought, like if some road worker, for the sake of job security, like would go out in the middle of the night and just start like just drilling holes in the street. But just go out there with a jackhammer and just start
drilling holes.
Just start drilling holes. HOLES. I swear. He's already.
I need my own buzzer or something. Like I
need like a shot collar. That's what you need.
I need
like,
my own. I need Jumpman's horn thing.
There you go.
Thank
I
you.
know. Does he still? What is he doing with that thing? Why did he even have one?
He just pulls out of nowhere.
Didn't he buy that? Oh, see, nobody was there down there in Fort Lauderdale. I can't remember. Okay, so thanks, Guru and MJ, for coming in today. Anyway,
I was there.
You weren't there at the grocery store, though.
Yeah, I was.
Were you?
Absolutely.
Oh.
You forgot all about
No, he got the whistle.
See how easily I'm forgotten? Yeah, the whistle.
Mean, yeah, it was too many. Yeah. You would think, though, the one white person in the building would stick out. Yeah. Close. But anyway, in case you just wandered onto the show, I am the African Caesar.
All hail Caesar, Emperor of Rome, monarch of the Roman Empire, ruler of the world. Hail Caesar! Hail Caesar!
And then sitting to my left, my right hand man, Francis 313.
Looking good, Francis. Well rested. Like you've been pitching, not catching.
Pretty relaxed.
Oh, there's no. Now who is this? This sounds familiar. What wrestler is this? Evolution. I know it sounded familiar.
Like it.
Aren't they from Detroit? Well, it is not from Detroit. Trying to give Detroit credit where it didn't deserve it. And then finally, rounding out the show today, we have the Sneaker Girl. AKA
How's business?
HR.
Booming. Like.
Have y'all kissed and made up? Y'all still on the fritz?
Who?
Who? He's who now?
Damn.
How's business? Booming.
Is he who with a Z?
How's business?
Silent Z.
All right. Anyway,
How's business?
Jeez.
What is this show called?
How's business?
How's business? The How's Business
Business.
Podcast. No, real quick before I go through all that, I want to say shout out to Ben from Nike. What was his last name? Anybody remember?
Who?
Remember the guy that got everybody up there listening to our show?
Oh, I wasn't there.
Oh, that's right, Nisha.
What?
I did that on purpose though.
I was reading something.
I see that.
I was reading my HR manual to see what violations
you wrote it.
already
Like how
made
you
already. I know.
Yeah,
I
no,
had
Francis.
to,
Yeah.
What?
I had
Whatever.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so remember they told us the name of the person that got everybody listening to the podcast up at Nike headquarters?
Bill?
No, it's like Ben something.
Ben?
Sure.
Jimin? Fitz?
All right, so Ben, you know who we're talking to.
How's
You're
business?
listening.
Seven?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, somebody that we didn't know, like the
Yeah.
mystery man, like
Yeah.
Charlie. Charlie's
Charlie.
Angels.
I know. So actually, I'm gonna shout you out again next week when I get your last name. But you
Paul?
know what I'm talking about. I'm talking to you.
Mark.
Thank you for listening to the
He
show.
might skip
and
this
thank you-
episode.
I know that's the one episode he does not listen to. But shout out to you, and then also shout out to our friend Buckeye City Soul on the birth of his daughter.
He's in the
I
chat
believe
right now.
She was born yesterday, so shout out to him. Definitely sneaker fam. So tell the Uncle C. Does this count though? Is that birthday?
Yeah. It's
It's the original birthday, of course.
I always wondered that. Like, can you say happy birthday on their birth? Oh,
Day?
it's their birthday. I
yeah,
guess.
you can.
I just answered my own question. All right.
I'll see where
Anyway,
you're going with that.
yeah. Enough about babies and birthdays. This is the Sneaker Box podcast with Sneaker Bar Detroit, a part of the Crepitech family. What's the point of spending all that money on your shoes if you're not going to keep them clean long enough to get your money's worth? What's Kevin's daughter's name again?
Who? Where?
Buckeye City Soul. Well,
Is
I'm
that
guessing-
a trivia question? Are,
no,
are we doing
no,
that
it
again?
should.
Put a timer.
No, 60 seconds on the clock. No, I was gonna say if she's listening because he's probably he's in the chat right
yeah,
now.
he's in the chat.
So he's probably holding her right now.
No, he needs to put her down.
So baby
Tell us.
Buckeye, just so you know, I want you to
That's
practice.
cute.
I want you to practice safe stunt and go get yourself some Crepitech. Get your baby shoes some protection.
Hey, would it help if he sprays the baby with crap?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
You would think
It'd
I
be
would have.
protected.
You would think I would have saw that comment from a mile away, and I just didn't.
I thought that's
That's
where you were
that's
going.
what happens with me. Like I'm really just trying to move things forward, and you guys are always just saying these.
I'm good. No,
clever
wait.
things.
You guys, because
You
I've
guys.
gotten better.
You alley oop him all the time.
I wasn't trying to alley oop him. He stole the ball and went to the other end and dunked it. Like it's not my fault.
What?
You let him get the ball.
Okay, blame me for that. I see. The look on his face. See, no, that you just. God, we're just falling all over the place. We are stumbling.
Love
This
this
show
show.
has no direction.
So,
Do you?
some parts of it. Last week, we had that contest. Remember?
Yes, we will get to that in a second. Should we?
Where
Should we
we
do it?
headed now?
You want to do it now, or should we do the 5-5? Let's do the 5-5. Let's knock that out, and then well, first, see this. We're all over the place.
Had
First,
too many donuts.
Who's all
Yes.
over the place?
we are all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
See what happens when you bring in donuts and pastries. Little insider information going on in the show. Anyway, real quick, if you want to be a part of our 5-5 voting process, because I'm giving it up to you guys. Well, I've been giving it up to you guys.
You
Since
giving it up
everybody had.
too?
See, phrasing. Now I gotta think of how to say it now. So I've been
leaving
giving
it
you
up.
guys the choice.
It's pronounced Gordon.
The voting rights to pick our 5-5 since everybody had such a problem when I did it. So, and I thought I picked up some pretty dope stuff. So, anyway, you don't agree?
It was just very. Sounds like somebody with a big foot just decided.
God,
Like,
see,
I don't know.
see. Anyway, make sure to follow
That
us.
made Julian laugh, by the way.
That made
Oh
Julia
yes,
laugh?
I
What?
win.
She made
I
him.
win today.
Oh, man, I took pride in being the one that made him laugh. Okay. Anyway, make sure to follow us on Instagram at @thesneakerbox_podcast. Follow us on Twitter at @thesneakerbox_, and follow us on Facebook by looking at the Sneakerbox podcast page. And if you'd like to talk to us live on the podcast, you can call us at toll-free 888-799-5267. Real quick, also, if you work in retail, make sure to give us your retail stories, but bad customer, any shenanigans that goes on in your store. We can put that into our Diary of a Shoe Salesman segment. So you can email them to us at tsb@sneakerbardetroit.com, or you can just slide into our DMs.
Slide into him.
Yes. Anyway, let's get to our
He had it for you. He's got you covered.
Fab Five. Top five.
Saw it in my dream. 5, 5, 5.
Speaking of sliding, I just slid and fell.
It's pronounced Gordon.
Yes, the Sneakerbox 5-5 releases from the previous week. Brought to you by 8 & 9 Manufacturing Company. 8 & 9, where quality meets design. Check out the collection of sneaker-based apparel by going to the website at 89.com. Make sure you use promo. God.
Can you do this?
You make sure to use promo code TSBP to save yourself an extra 20% off of your purchase. Number 5, we have the Nike Zoom Kobe 1 Protro Deso. That got 48 votes on Instagram. Oh, decent shoe. I like him. I get him.
Yeah, of course you do. It looks like that university from somewhere south and
I don't
west.
really care for him.
They didn't come in white
They're,
green.
they're not green, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. Hater. Number 4, we have the Nike Air Foamposite 1 Big Bang.
Meh.
Yeah, I know. Trust me, I was way over this shoe a month ago, let alone now. They
I
got
keep
51
saying
votes.
every time I see this
on
shoe, I be
Instagram.
like, did I see this before? And I think I'm having that same. It's like deja vu. I'm confused. Did
I
we
know,
talk
right?
about this already, or
It does feel like this shoe was
or
released
was this
multiple
in
times.
like the future thing or something? Like,
Well, I want to say this shoe.
Did we do this in Back to the Future,
We
maybe?
might have. And then
because then
I
I
want
was talking about the Galaxy or something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I want to say there was an early release at one store.
Okay.
This
I
is,
just feel like been there, done that.
Yeah.
And they put that thing on the top. Like, this is an off-white collection, but you know.
yeah, this I was over this. And
Francis,
honestly,
do you own foams?
No.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I want some, like half cents or something.
You like half cents? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't even get the hype on the original Galaxies, to be honest. And not that I hate these shoes, I'm just indifferent
right.
to them. Yeah.
They're all right, but you know that price point for foams already is
Yeah, because these retail for like 2 something. So what's the resale on these?
Can't be too much more.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
I'm not really in the foam community.
Yeah, I was gonna say
I
you
have
don't
like
have
3
foams.
pairs, but I don't wear them.
What's 3 pairs do you have?
I think they were called Silver Surf. They were silver and they had neon bottom. Don't remember what it was called, but that was like, I don't know, 5 years ago.
Right.
And then there was like a Yeezy colorway. And
yes.
then I don't know the third
Which
one.
one? The gray pair or the black pair?
The black ones.
Okay.
Yeah, buy it now. Bids on eBay are ending about the 400 mark for this.
Actually, that's not too bad for
No,
a
that's what I
phone.
was like. It's not too bad.
Yeah. But yeah, I just honestly, I don't know. I just thought, way to go, the lazy route, Nike. Number 3, we have the Nike Air Zoom Generation All-Star Game Wheat. These got 65 votes on Instagram, and those are hard. I like them.
How many times did Guru vote?
65.
Oh, okay.
They got 65 votes, and he created 65
He created
profiles.
65 accounts.
Yeah. To his show. He probably would have got more if he had more time, but yeah, these shoes. I mean, these are clean. I like them. I remember when they came out with the Vachetta Tan joints, how upset Guru was. I mean, I was slightly annoyed by it too, because it was just like, yo, give the people what they want. Nobody asked for those Vachetta Tan joints. Like, everybody wants the wheats, and it took them like a year later to finally give the people what they wanted. And they got it. I'm not sure if Guru got a pair. Probably not.
You didn't?
Probably not, but he's probably breaking into. That's probably where he is right now. He's probably breaking into LeBron's house right now.
He said he's real busy because it's tax season.
What's that got to do with him?
Working.
No, he does
because-
taxes.
Oh, because people got their tax returns.
Yeah, yeah.
I
People
know,
are
right? Yeah.
spending. I
That's
tried to
so
go. Like,
irresponsible.
what was that last week? I need to stop by the mall to just grab one thing.
Yeah.
And it was wild.
Was it?
Let's call him at work. I think he's at H&R Block today.
Is it?
I thought it was Liberty.
Oh, Liberty Tax. Yeah, that's it.
He's outside.
I
He's
thought it,
doing-
or Guru Tax.
Yeah, he's.
That
He
sounds
started
like a
it, yeah,
trusted
that sounds like
source,
something.
yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, it is tax season, so everybody's about to spend more money than
so
they have.
irresponsible.
Yeah. Everybody's about to buy up all the shoes and not have any money in the bank. Number 2, we have the Nike Air Force 270 Safari. This got 72 votes on Instagram, and I thought these were dope.
I like those.
Yeah. New silhouette. I like it. I don't know how comfortable they are. I would like to think they are very comfortable with that huge air bubble on the heel. You can't go wrong with Safari print either, by the way. But I do like the shoe. I like the silhouette. I didn't get this shoe, but there's another one colorway of this coming up. It was like blue, red, and gold, which looks amazing. So
Amazing.
So,
We'll say that in their absence.
yes, shout out to MJ, who may or may not be at work right now.
Oh, behave.
Like part of me, I really do want to call just to see if she's really there. But yeah, these are dope. I like them. So I don't know if anybody has this shoe in any colorway. Let me know how comfortable they aren't. So, and then number one, I think we all know.
What is it?
The Air Jordan Retro 3 Black Cement.
I
This
forgot
got
about
96 votes on Instagram. Yeah, like, you know, surprise.
I didn't have no need to get it, but
You did get them?
excuse me, no,
Why?
because I have the other ones.
So the Nike Air wasn't enough to sway you.
No, it's okay. So that is that whole size thing. Like in preschool, it's not gonna have that. And then if I buy a 3.5, they don't make that many 3.5.
I thought they did make it like that for the small.
So you're saying size doesn't matter?
I'm done. I digress.
Oh my God! See, it's like 10 minutes into the show, y'all already got her shutting down. Thanks, guys. But no, I thought they did have the Nike Air in the
On
back
the
of preschool.
on preschool.
That's what I
gotta confirm.
That's what I heard. See, that's what. And that,
Then if so, then I'll go get them.
that was my complaint last week. Because remember, I brought up how they had early picks of shoes.
Yeah, but I didn't know in preschool usually they don't have it.
Yeah, I think.
Well, then if they do, then I'll go get them.
Nice. I mean, I'm not trying to force you.
No, I would get them.
Ugliest release of the week.
Super ugly.
The Kolar. Is it color or Kolar? Like the K is throwing me off. Is it
That
color?
looks like a hybrid shoe.
Yeah, it looks
Which
like
word's
it's
tripping you up?
No, it looks like a hybrid. Like
The color, special edition Adidas Alpha Bounce light gray. It looks like Adidas tried to like jump on that off-white wave.
it's like a morph. Of
Yeah, but
stuff.
we can butcher our shoes too.
Oh yeah, you're talking about like this little.
Yeah, it looks like unfinished. And it's
Francis?
just dumb.
Look at his face.
Yeah, like I don't know who's checking for these, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have
What's the retail on this? Do you know?
like 100 or some change, probably.
120, 160.
What is this? An Adidas Kaisoma?
What is this called?
This is the Kolar special edition.
Kolar.
Kolar color, Kolor. Special edition Adidas Alpha Bounce light gray. What? Okay. Like I said, this shoe is just.
144.
144. I feel like
That's real random.
It's $140
Real
too
random
much.
number.
It was $4 extra for that little thing they put on there.
Yeah, it's just like who's buying these? Like, honestly, I would like to know the editorial process of.
I just think they have so many more like basic like shoes that you like. Because I was thinking, oh, this is just a shoe you throw on, go to the store.
Yes.
But they have so many other models that are cooler that I would just get those.
Fun fact: the colorway is off-white gray.
See
Is
what
it?
they did there?
I
See what they did there?
But if you don't do that, I mean, isn't there like a better silhouette to do it to than this? How many gummy bears?
I
got the
mind
jitters.
my gummy consumption.
I got the jitters. You want
You
this
sit
half
over there.
donut?
No.
You pay attention.
Like
to
I don't
the
know. I, mean, I feel
screen.
like it's something either in the gummy bears or the donuts.
I feel like it's your lack of sleep.
Yeah,
That's
it's that too.
Why haven't
But I
they
feel like-
created a gummy bear donut?
I'll give them ideas.
So would
Don't give them
would the
ideas.
donut be in the shape of a gummy bear, or would the gummy bear be in shape of a donut?
No,
or
I
are
would do
we
just
talking
a regular donut and put a lot of gummy bears
You could
on
do that.
on top
That would
of
be
it?
dope.
Yeah.
I did see that. There's a donut shop in Detroit,
Oh, man.
and
I
they
thought
do
I had a
have
great
that.
idea.
Yeah,
What about a Swedish fish donut?
Yeah, Swedish fish is
you can't just be giving out all the ideas.
Wait. You will not talk bad about Swedish fish.
I
in
will
this
talk about
studio.
Swedish fish.
I like
No.
Swedish fish.
I'll go out in
They're
the
kinda-
hallway, call in, and talk bad about.
You know, they're not even from Sweden.
Man, I'm sorry.
I bet they're not.
So why do you call them Swedish fish?
They're not even Swedish.
Don't know.
Tell us about that one time when you were in Sweden.
I could tell you about one time I was in Denmark.
Okay.
If you like cognac, like Hennessy or whatever, oh man, there's this stuff called Otard, which is phenomenal. Hey, Otard people, come sponsor me.
We don't call the. Oh wait, what?
Otard.
Now you care.
We gotta be PC. It's not.
All right. So anyway, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna come back with the contest.
Finalist, yeah.
I was.
Barry White Ranger here. You all know that I entertain a great deal, and when I'm out and trying to make my best impression, my ensemble is never complete without a really great pair of sneaks. Like me, you can keep your kicks in the best shape possible, simply with crap. Just a spray or two of crap, a quick brushing, and voila. Yeah, that was French. And my sneaks are protected from spaghetti, or a fine bottle of Chianti, or even a splash of mud while I help my special lady out of her chariot as we make our way back to my humble abode. You may not entertain as much as I have the opportunity to, but when you do, make sure that what you got on your feet looks its best, with crap. Take it from Barry White Ranger. You won't be sorry, and neither will she.
Internet, what's up? This is Premium Pete, and you are now locked in to the Sneaker Box Podcast.
It's your boy DJ Clark Kent, Brooklyn's finest, New York Giants, the ATF General. You are listening to Sneaker Box Podcast on SneakerBarDetroit.com.
That gummy straight up tastes like weed just now.
Yeah.
You sure?
For real, it did. It was weird.
Anyway, I guess I should mention, too, I'm glad we just had that ID. We got DJ Clark Kent coming on the show later on today. But getting back to this contest.
Last week,
yeah,
we thought that we had a winner, but, you know, people tied. So we had a three-way tie between...
only on our show will we get a three-way tie.
Yeah.
Gets
so
better.
we had to break that, and we're going to do that now.
Yeah, we're about to call... we're going to start off with Marcus.
Marcus from Douglasville.
Douglasville?
Georgia.
Dark side.
That's some lazy-ass names right there. Douglasville. We wasn't in the city. I just...
Caesarville.
Oh, what's up, Marcus?
So you want to talk about my city like that?
Man, it is pretty lazy, though. I mean, it's, somebody named Douglas is just like, just name it after me. It's
Marcusville.
Marcusville.
It reminds me of, I was watching Superman not that long ago, the first one. And Les Luthor was like naming all these cities, and he was like, Otisville? Like, Otisville.
So, Marcus, have you ever watched Dark Mirror?
Dark Mirror? I think it's called Black Mirror.
Black Mirror, yeah.
Dark Mirror.
I'm confused because there's that show called Dark on Netflix, too.
Yeah, not that one.
There's so many shows on Netflix for me to catch up to. I don't think I ever catch up.
Marcus, you driving or something?
No, I'm just sitting in the car right now.
Your windows down.
Are you ready?
Are we ready?
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so we got Marcus from Douglasville, Georgia on the line.
One of our finalists.
Yes, one of our
last week.
Exactly. And so we have, I think it's a pretty good question that I think will break the three-way tie we have so far. Yes. So we got a two-part question we got a two-part question.
Okay.
And so the first question, you're not being timed. Second question, you will be timed. You got 60 seconds to answer the second question. So the first question is, how many Air Jordan designs did Tinker Hatfield, was Tinker Hatfield a part of? I know, I feel like we should be timing this. Douglas. I want to say Douglas.
Douglas.
Marcus
Douglas
is
from
taking
Marcusville.
forever.
Georgia.
He's Googling. I can hear him tapping keys. How many?
6.
Oh, no.
All right.
But,
Okay, second
but
part.
you got 60 seconds to name as many Air Jordan silhouettes that Tinker Hatfield was a part of. Let us know when you're ready.
Jordan 3.
Let us know when you're ready.
Jordan 3.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Ready?
All right, go.
Jordan 3, Jordan 4, Jordan 5, Jordan 6, Jordan 7, Jordan 20, Jordan 13, Jordan 11, Jordan 12, Jordan 14.
I thought you said there were only 6.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, I got the answer wrong. I'm sorry.
No, keep
going,
going.
keep
Keep
going.
going.
20, 22, 15, 16. So that's all I was thinking of to my top.
You still? How many seconds he has? You got 20 seconds left. You want to throw some more out there?
All right.
Keep shooting your shot.
If you remember.
10 seconds.
9, Jordan 10, Jordan.
Yep. Now I feel like he's just rehashing the same Jordan.
He might be.
We'll let you know if you're the winner or not.
Unprepared.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
We'll call you back, Douglas.
All right, Marcus. Thanks for setting that bar real low. We'll
No,
call
it's
you.
apparently really high because he rattled off a bunch of stuff, and I was like, well,
We're not sure.
You
Right,
said
yeah.
there were 6, and
I
then
know. I know he named off 20. Well, shout out to you, Marcus,
Thank
man.
you.
You just made my morning.
All right.
All right, so that was Marcus from Douglasville, which I still contend is a lazy name.
Doug from Marcusville?
Was it Doug from Marcusville?
Douglasville?
Somethingville.
Caesarville?
Somethingville.
do you remember that show?
Georgiaville. Anyway, we got
Yeah.
Harrison.
No, that
The dog's name was Pork Chop.
that kind of ended abruptly because I screwed up.
Nice.
I have Harrison on the line,
Nice.
but we had pre-taped all that because of our cone of silence,
Ah, yes.
and I forgot to press start
What movie
on the
was that?
record.
Don't tell me. Get Smart.
Yes,
what?
Get Smart. Yeah.
Ah.
What? So I'm raising my hand. It was me.
No. We got.
I screwed up, but
Man is always trying to bring us down.
yeah,
And you did it on Black History Month of all time. Like, we've been in the studio like 3 years on a Black History
He
Month.
didn't even see Black Panther.
He didn't. You
How do
didn't see
know?
Black Panther
How
yet?
do you know?
It was just a joke.
You know,
But it could have been right.
I know. I think that, right.
it was right.
That's what made it funny. It was true.
The month isn't over yet.
So we got what?
I'm going
4
on.
days.
I'm going on the 29th.
Yeah, or you
cutting
should
it-
just
you
go
cut-
to the
you cutting it close.
30th. There's not a 29th. Caesar. Gotcha.
Oh, wait. Oh, it's the shortest month. Oh, so sorry.
Horrible. Anyway, Harrison.
How's it going?
What's up? We're gonna just pretend we didn't talk to you earlier today. You ready? You woke?
Yeah, I'm awake.
All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna ask you 2 questions.
Yep.
First question, you will not be timed. The second question, you will be timed.
Okay.
You have 60 seconds for the second question. But the first question is, how many Air Jordan designs was Tinker Hatfield a part of?
Okay, let me think. I'm at the count.
Don't Google it.
Just guess.
I know.
Just say a number.
3.
12.
We all know you don't know. All right. So,
Sorry that they're so mean on this show. Like, I don't know. I'm all
I gotta
about
do something to have
support.
fun. Like Harrison knows. I mean, Harrison knows. He knows me. Ain't that right, Harrison? You cool about it, right?
Like I said, size 15, so we know how it is.
Oh, he's a size 15.
You wear a size 15 too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember, you
Oh
took,
yes.
you got
man.
him for
All
his,
right, I'm
his
rooting
dunks.
for. Yes. I'm happy for you. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna ask you this next question. You will be timed. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. You had not that. That's not the clock yet. You have 60 seconds to name off as many Air Jordan silhouettes designed by Tinker Hatfield as you can.
And just the silhouette, not colorways, right?
Just the silhouettes.
Okay.
Go.
Air Jordan 3, Air Jordan 4, Air Jordan 5, Air Jordan 6, Air Jordan 7, Air Jordan 8, Air Jordan 9, Air Jordan 10, Air Jordan 11, Air Jordan 12, Air Jordan 13, Air Jordan 14, Air Jordan 15, Air Jordan 20, Air Jordan 21, Air Jordan 23, Air Jordan 30, Air Jordan 31. Trying to think of one more. I'm just gonna start throwing numbers in at this point. Air Jordan 29. I want to say that might be it.
You sure?
How long does he have left?
How many seconds does he have left? He has 10 seconds left. You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Sweet. So, just so you know, well, I don't know if Marcus is listening right now. Marcus did not get the first. Nobody so far has got the first question right, so I'm not going to tell you. But Marcus was able to name 13 correct silhouettes designed by Tinker Hatfield. So far, Harrison has named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Harrison is named 17 silhouettes
Impressive.
designed by Tinker Hatfield. That was actually, that was very impressive. And you are in the lead so far. So far you are winning.
Yes.
He's got more enthusiasm than he's ever had.
He sounds like Tiger Woods though, like yes. All right, so we got one more contestant. So hopefully he gets less than 17, and we'll be giving you the pair of Air Jordan 3s along with some Crepitech, along with an entire outfit, courtesy of 8-9 Manufacturing Company. He sounds so excited.
He's so excited he can't
he just
speak.
froze up. Romney.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Oh, man. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So, first question, you will not be timed, but the second question, you will be. So, let me know when you're ready for the first question.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. So, how many Air Jordan designs was Tinker Hatfield a part of?
He was a part of 17.
Nobody knows about sneakers.
No. I remember, like, you said, like, 21.
No. Yeah, 17. Yeah, in the interest of full disclosure, because that's just too funny. In the interest of full disclosure, White Ranger so we recorded this part at the beginning of the show, and we were just gonna add it in, because we got the DJ Clark Kent interview that we had to do earlier in the week, and we was gonna add that in as well. So anyway, long story short, we recalled all three contestants. White Ranger. I don't know what's funnier, this or the chicken nuggets. But anyway, White Ranger recorded the one contestant, but didn't record the other two. So Harrison was smooth enough to just go along with it. Romney, for whatever reason. Yeah, he's from Romney, so you got to forgive him.
He was trying to win still.
Yeah,
so.
Shout out to Romney.
Yeah.
Did White Ranger not explain to you? I ain't even mad at you.
You still lost.
I know. I mean, you still lost.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
You still lost,
It was
but
worth a shot. He's
know,
like,
honestly
maybe
though,
if I say 21, I'll win.
honestly though, I gotta say you're a good sport for even answering the phone and even
Pretending.
attempting to participate. Did he hang up? Oh wow!
I hung up on him. Sorry.
Oh wow! White Ranger just hung up on Romney.
Ranger's having a
Did he
off
really?
day.
Yeah, I think he just did.
Was that intentional?
No.
Romney's just having a. I'm telling you, because of us, Romney has to be having one of the worst days. It was like, Julia, like what?
What the hell is going on?
I'm telling you, this is a first.
I think you need to start sleeping. Everybody.
I'm not the person that messed up.
Like,
okay,
sleeping with each
everybody.
other?
Huh? See,
I quit. I'm off the
Romney.
episode. Take my name off.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, I feel real bad that this whole, because I feel like we just ruined your morning.
No.
We will be definitely sending you some Crepitech. Matter of fact, I'm gonna double up on it.
Can you just come and grab it?
No,
I appreciate that.
No, I'm not.
Can
No.
you come hang out with us for a day?
I mean, yeah. You know what? If you, Romney, I'm going to offer this to you. This is the first time I ever offered this on the show, by the way. We will invite you to the studio to hang out with us for a show one day.
Oh wow, that's dope.
I feel real bad. I really do feel bad because not only did you not win, but then
You got hung up on.
you got hung up on.
Like,
I know,
there's
right?
no evidence.
I know, right? And then you spill the beans like, oh yeah, that's what you told me to say. Like, I didn't tell you to say anything. I gave you that.
Yeah. You'll
Yeah.
come hang out with us. It'll
Yes.
be fun, and we'll give you your crep. And
Most definitely.
Truthfully, probably the only way you'll get your crap. So
I know, real talk. You know what? So that's what we're gonna do for you. So, I'm gonna
We'll
pass
get your
you.
information and
Yeah,
we'll
get your
set that
information
up.
in the White Ranger. Hopefully, he
He
actually
writes it
records
down.
that. And then we'll.
I'm
send
leaving now.
We'll
you guys are on autopilot.
Thanks for being a good sport, though. We appreciate it.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Oh yeah, no problem.
So let us know a day that you're available when we record the show, and then we'll set it all up.
Okay.
All
right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Harrison.
Yes.
I was rooting for you, man.
Where's the music?
Man, this is size 15 finally won something that's not like
Exactly,
not an
man.
athlete.
I was living vicariously through you, man. But I don't know how much you heard. Basically, we tried to pre-record this whole contest, and
Yeah, White Ranger pretty much filled me in.
And in the spirit,
Yeah, we filled other people in.
in the spirit of Black History Month, he just completely undermined the show and didn't record anything. And so, so basically, and then Romney spilled the beans, but it wasn't his fault. So anyway,
But you're the winner.
Yeah, you are legit the winner. I guess we. Can't
I am
really
doing.
prove it.
I am currently doing the MJ like last shot like fist pump like right now.
So we will. I guess White Ranger will get your information. And once again, hopefully he records that too. And we, and then we will be sending you the Crep, the Air Jordan 3, and then we will be giving you a code for 8-9 that you can go on the website and you can pick out the clothes that you
Did you tell
desire.
them the fourth prize? An autographed photo of White Ranger?
Oh yes, a 5x10 autograph photo of White Ranger.
5 by 10. I'll go to Target and get a frame today.
Oh,
Hey, do you got those in wallet size? I want one.
Isn't 5x10 size of your wallet?
Oh man, ooh.
Oh, I need to take it to Kinko's and get it laminated.
Man. So Harrison, shout out to you, man. Like I said,
congratulations.
finally size 15 won something.
Yes, shout out to you guys. Sneaker Box Podcast. No more podcasts out there for the community.
Hey man, I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Thank you.
If and when you get all your stuff, you got to post it on Instagram.
Yes.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, and we'll
Most
post you
definitely.
so they know
Yeah,
it's
we'll
real.
repost. Yes.
I posted the Crep one I won. I got to post this one.
All right.
Oh, bet. Okay.
Well, you got your crep in the mail?
They
I
told
know,
them to say that.
No,
it's a lie backward. It's a backward.
I won the Jumpman Bostic Taco Bell question. And I posted that one, so I got to post this one.
Thanks
I
for-
remember
yeah,
that.
Thanks for always participating.
Yes.
So wait a minute, you can win on this show?
Yeah, you can. You actually can win stuff on this show. Shout out to Jumpman Bostic too. I remember that Taco Bell one. That was yes.
I thought Francis won that because he seems to win it all.
No.
I can't win anything on this show. It's like set up.
No. I know this is the one thing he doesn't get for free. But anyway, oh man, I'll tell you, sometimes real life is better than anything scripted. Real quick, before we get into the interview, I do want to touch on the whole Drake leaving Jordan Brand to go to Adidas.
Is it confirmed though?
As far as I know, Nick DePaula, I believe, confirmed that they are at least negotiating.
Yeah, but then do you think that this is happening that they may or may not do it now? But
I
or
don't
is his
think-
contract expired with Jordan?
Did he have a
That's what I'm
contract?
saying. I don't even know.
Uh,
Because I did catch Jumpman had a live video stream. I wouldn't say yesterday, the day before.
Jumpman Bostic?
Uh huh.
Yeah. Okay.
And he was talking with and they basically they were just kind of discussing the fact that like the Jordan shoes, like the OVOs, they don't really have a lot of branding or a lot of things that he did creatively to the shoes. So it's not like technically
Right.
Jordan is taking a big hit because even when they made those shoes, it was in limited quantities. It
Nope.
wasn't. Yeah. So they talked about that a little bit. But I mean, if that's what he wants to do, I mean, I don't really feel any type of way about it. Like,
Yeah.
just like how you felt about Assad getting a Jordan.
Well, well, you know, this is
Starting that up again.
This is Jordan making space for Assad.
Yeah, they just
I know the number one collaborator.
You know, some people on
8-month baby.
posted on on Instagram.
He's a
and,
year, thank you.
Oh, excuse me.
You know, some of the comments were surprise _ nothing. Stay with Jordan. F out of here with Adidas trash. Sneaker heads _ clothing line.
The comment's always better than
He would be a
article.
fool to switch from Jordan to Adidas. Sigma head. For T Ward,
Mhm.
for some reason, Nike or Jordan brand don't give celebrities huge deals. Same reason why Kanye West left Nike. I don't understand why they don't. Some people are all over the place with this.
Okay, so like in reading, getting some information, looks like see the news that Drake is going to Adidas seems to be more hot than cold It seems that Drake is currently unhappy with his current deal.
He wants more creative control.
Yeah, similar to how Adidas gives control to Kanye West and Pharrell Williams, even though Kanye ain't really designing anything.
And then Pharrell picked the colors.
Yeah, I know. That's basically what it comes down to. I will say this is a win for Adidas because they do give more creative control.
Yeah.
But I mean, honestly, they kind of had to do something. I mean, they couldn't compete with Nike in any other way.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like at the end of the day, like they're big superpower.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? And go ahead, Francis. I didn't really get your opinion, so go ahead.
I think it's smart for Drake.
I do
creative
too.
Control.
I do too.
I feel like Jordan and Nike are wasting time with people like Travis Scott.
Oh. I know.
There's a couple people on that list.
Yeah,
that
they're
like,
wasting a
and
lot
then
of time.
there's people like Wale that
don't.
It's that whole thing.
I feel like someone like Drake would be better if they gave him more creative control. Let him get behind. Give him an original model. Let him do that. But they're wasting time with Travis Scott, Jerry Lorenzo from Fear of God. You know how I feel about Virgil. Like they've wasted time and they've let people like Kanye slip by. They're letting someone like Drake get away.
Yeah, or I think like Virgil's cool and what he did is cool, but then it's like you spent all that time and effort on how many shoes that one person did when you could have just distributed them more across and hit more people. And I get what you're saying.
And
or even with Drake, like you made a 10 and it's black.
Well,
and you
that
just
8
stitched some stuff.
Was what the champagne?
Yeah, it was like a
celebration
champagne.
8?
Yeah, it just
Basically, that's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
And
but then you let Virgil make whatever he wants and tear stuff apart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It's just he's probably better off doing what he's doing.
I think Nike has to come to grips with the fact that this is no longer the 1990s.
No.
And it isn't just about...
Meanwhile, Francis was watching Roseanne last night.
Oh, yeah,
but,
no.
You know.
Yeah. But as far as... like now, I mean, everything is about branding, and everybody's kind of crossing over into other things, and even like artists. Like before, you really didn't have like artists pretty much stayed in their lane. They would throw their name and their likeness on something, but they weren't trying to really design anything. Now they are. Like you got Rihanna with Puma, and you got you already got Kanye, with Adidas. You got Pharrell with Adidas, and you see more and more of these celebrities trying to venture out and do other things, and they're looking for platforms in which to further express themselves.
It's gonna be weird because Drake's been a Jordan guy for so long.
It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, and I just thought it was weird when they were doing these articles and they took a lot of direct quotes, and it was like, yeah, I resonate with this so much, and it just kind of was salty because it's like they could have capitalized on that more and did more with him so that he would stay. But
I do see both sides of it because like I'm looking at it from like a Nike's point of view. It's like, yo, we gave you your own NBA jersey, guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
But it's like I feel like these companies are always looking for the next big thing. Or
Travis Scott's not that.
Yeah, and then you get it wrong.
I agree.
And then you suffer, and then you lose somebody.
But I mean, without giving out too much information, part of the conversations we had was when we was out there at Nike, like, look, like sometimes, the thing about working, or at least being out there in Beaverton was you got Adidas, Nike, and I believe Under Armour's out there as well. It's like you got all these people wearing sneakers, but they work for the brand. So
and they've grown up and they've known that, and they don't know what's outside of the bubble. So if somebody comes in and say, oh, like Travis Scott would be good, and they say, okay, that's probably
how many followers does he have? And
it's like, okay, that sounds good, So, and I thought it was cool to just know that because we always question why do they do this and why do they do that, but at the same time, like just as any brand or anything, like you got to learn from your mistakes. You figure it out, and maybe they sign Wale, like you know what I'm saying. So it's just.
But I think the problem with Nike is that it's so big that it's hard to be as creative. Because like when you small, right, you can see with all the
and you gotta make it. You gotta do something to drive revenue to pay your bills. But
I think being a smaller brand or not as big as Nike, you have the luxury of seeing what they're doing and what they're not doing, and then you're able to create what they're not doing and catch them off guard. Whereas your Nike, it's kind of like you kind of reactionary.
Right, or how can we turn this into
like what is everybody else doing?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but you don't want to be Nike and do it too late to where it's like, oh, maybe we should let Drake design, or we should have let Kanye design. And I mean, I don't know about Kanye because we see.
and I think that was the best part of the trip and just being there is just appreciating the process, like we talked about, and
Yeah, there's definitely a
understanding
process.
that it's not just somebody has an idea and then it just goes.
But I do have to say though, I guess there's both sides to it, because just because you have a name doesn't mean you're a good designer, because we've seen that too, like we mentioned Travis Scott. And also too, just because you make good colorways of a shoe that already exists doesn't mean that you can design a shoe yourself. There's a difference.
Right.
And so I mean, you essentially made an all black Jordan and an all white Jordan. Like, let's not act like you know what I'm saying, you did something
exactly.
so
And then
significant.
it's just it gets into those things like how much were they actually involved, or what did they do, and or did somebody just send it and say, you like this, we good to go, and they say okay, so But yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. I like to see if or when it's confirmed and what it becomes of.
Yeah, but it would. I think aesthetically, though, it might hurt Jordan Brand. Like, it's not gonna hurt his numbers. Nobody's gonna stop buying Jordans because of it. But
I feel like they're gonna have to pick up somebody that has some type of impact and figure it out from there.
Yeah,
not
I don't
Travis
know who
Scott.
that would be though.
Not Travis Scott.
No, please not Travis Scott, man. Y'all, please.
We'll call him up and give him some ideas.
Me, I'm available.
No, but about Assad.
I'm done. On that note, I'm leaving the show. Brandon from Las Vegas, what is up, man?
We gotta go to Vegas.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up?
What's up?
Nothing much, man. How's everybody doing?
You have like almost a better radio voice than Caesar.
Don't see.
Well, I'm trying.
I said
almost,
I'm but it's good. I think
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
All right. Well, hey, I appreciate that. I mean, my face ain't necessarily one to look at, but as long as you want to hear me, I'm cool.
So you got a face made for radio.
There you go. Well, I thought, since today is Bread Toe Day, it's a fantastic, and I can't believe I'm saying that damn name. Can I just, the Black and Red Toes. There you go. That's what I'm going to call them. No, not Bread Toes. Black and Red Toe. But I figured since today they're coming out, and, I already had done this shoe, I figured I'd call in and just say, Nike's copying me and whatever. No, I'm just bullshitting. But, I think it's pretty cool that I get to wear a pair of shoes today.
This is HR right here, and I'm
tested.
gonna. This is HR. You gotta work on the language just a little bit.
Oh,
I
God,
gave you a
can
really
I
nice.
just
I
PayPal
gave you
you
a
some
really.
money?
No, I gave you a really nice compliment.
Brandon, you already look. You are a field reporter, so you are subject to the views and rules on the Sneaker Box Podcast.
You can dance around them. I do.
Can I just PayPal and get this over with?
Nope.
We're not collecting any more payments anymore. Yeah.
Trust me, if I got to do it, everybody else got to do it. Everybody got to get it.
But anyway, so did you get the shoes?
Did you go out for the bread toes?
Yeah, did you get the shoes? The black.
Or did you protest because you already had your pair customized?
No. I'm definitely copping it. I definitely got to go pick them up here in a little bit. But no, I mean, I think it was funny. Some people were talking about it last week, and I had made a comment on my Instagram show. Just a plug. And
Instagram has shows now.
I don't know. Which season is your Instagram show in?
We're still in the first season, but that's all good. We've been doing this since November, so I mean, we got a little 4 months strong. We're doing all right.
Okay.
We're in our mid-season right now. Mid-season.
We're on minute 26.
Okay.
But yeah. So no, I somebody had said something about they copied your idea, and it was like that. They didn't copy my idea. They had this idea for probably a year before I even made that custom.
It takes a long time for their stuff to come to life. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not that stupid, but I do think it's funny because I am definitely going to wear my customs in there today and just see what people say. And I swear, if somebody says they're fake, I'm going to whoop their ass. Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
No, you can,
you can just hang up.
No, just, you're going to.
No.
We'll send you an invoice via PayPal, too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We,
so anyway, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, it's your show. Go ahead.
Do this, man.
But no, man, I didn't get a chance to call in since you guys went out to Nike, man. I'm sure you guys had a great time out there. I know I've been out there a couple times, and it's awesome, man. Ooh. I know what you guys went through.
Yeah, we want to come to
incredible.
Vegas, though.
Oh, you trust me, you do not know what we've been through. No, we definitely got to come.
Do you want to be the tour guide in
love
Vegas?
Hey, absolutely.
All right.
Matter of fact, speaking of that. MJ was supposed to hit me up on her way back from Oregon and to hang out, and then just never did.
I can vouch for. She had family there, so they went to eat or something.
I didn't seem to get my invitation.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little hurt. I didn't get my invitation.
Oh, see.
Did you fly through
I'm
Vegas?
crushed.
Oh wait, this I don't know.
I was
what's
literally.
I'm going to be in Vegas in April, and I didn't get an invitation, and I'm hurt.
There you
I'm
go,
going to
Brandon.
cry
Okay.
a little bit.
White Ranger, you know you are always welcome to hit me up. Don't even play that. Don't even play that.
I'm not going to fall for that slide into my DMs thing again. That just was wrong.
But yeah, man, whenever you guys come out, you know how to do it. Francis came out, didn't even call me. Didn't even call me.
Whoa.
Francis?
Well, I've never been there,
I
and when I
did.
do go there, I'll call.
Yes.
No, I did.
We're staying at your house, by the way.
I explained myself.
Okay.
I hit the ground running, and I was high off my ass about 30 minutes into Vegas.
First of all, he had time to go to see JC, but he didn't go see you.
I was high when I saw JC.
Exactly. Ask him how I found out he was in Vegas.
How did you find out
my
he was in
Chippendales
Vegas?
dance?
Everybody's fired.
Was it my
Not even
Chippendales?
you, just
Was it my
everybody fired.
my Chippendales post? Were you creeping on my?
All right, we having too much
It was
fun.
your Chippendale post.
Were you
when
on the
doing
billboard?
When are you doing
Yeah.
your next Instagram show?
I am doing my next Instagram show. My Instagram show is Tuesdays, every Tuesday, 5 o'clock West Coast time, 8 o'clock East Coast time. This week, I got a crazy guest from another fantastic, one of my favorite podcasts.
Is it me?
This week's guest is going to be, no, it's not you,
Is
but
it
you've
me?
been on that podcast.
Oh.
Norm?
Don't you say it on this show?
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying, y'all want to check in to my show. It's going to be fantastic.
No, his show is over. Anyway.
Last week's was good though. When Mr. Unloved
Do you have sugar for breakfast?
Who, Brandon?
Yeah.
Brandon?
Last
Man,
week's episode with Mr. Unloved Ones was really good.
Mr. Unloved Ones, he's starting to become one of my favorite people.
Yeah, that was a good little
Dude, he is one of my favorite people to talk to about stuff because one, he's just so positive and he's just a real cool person, man. I love him, man. He's cool as hell.
Right. All right. Well.
So yeah, man. Y'all need to come check it out, man. I would love for you guys to watch it, especially you, Caesar, because I need some advice. So I would love for you to watch it and report back to me.
Oh, I got some advice for you. Skip Tuesday
Francis
show.
and I will give advice.
Yes.
Damn. Well, anyways, guys, I just wanted to call in and say hi. I hope everybody's having a good show, and I will definitely talk to you guys soon.
All right. Yeah, I'll get in contact with you, though. I'll talk to you after the show.
All right, sounds like a plan, y'all. We'll see you later.
Yes, sir. All right. So, anyway, we had a pretty long interview with DJ Clark Kent. Since the cat's out the bag, we talked to him earlier this week. So, here's our interview with what? Oh, I'm sorry. Here's our interview with the God's favorite DJ, Mr. DJ Clark Kent. But we have God's favorite DJ. DJ Clark Kent. I mean, it seems like basically he's the go-to for any sneaker panel anywhere. But going back to
I've looked up to him for.
I know. I mean, honestly, if you've been in the hip hop, DJ Clark Kent is definitely one of the legends. And then if you're into sneakers, he's also a legend in that regard. So, he's just legendary.
Thank you.
But
for the kind words.
Air Force Ones are like, Air Force Ones is, that's been my go-to. Like,
oh man, yeah, Francis is about to. Yeah, he's in love.
I am.
I will say this though before
I'm not mad at that.
Before I get into any other questions, I remember something you said to me when we did the last interview. You were saying always look at people, not up. I don't know if you remember telling me that.
Yeah, I'm very clear on that.
Yeah, so that's something that definitely stuck with me since the last time we talked to you. But going back to that point about, like, how do you, like, because I never understood this notion that people need a shoe to be rare for them to like it.
To me, I don't get that either. I mean, if you like the shoe, you don't. I don't care how rare it is. If that's the case, I wouldn't like Air Force One.
Right. That bothers me. That's why, like, last year, everybody was talking about Jordan Brand is dead because shoes are still readily available for them to purchase at the stores. And I'm like, you either a reseller or you a hype beast if you feel that way.
But at the same time, they're the ones who's complaining if there's none on the shelf. There's none on the shelf, you mad. If there's some on the shelf, you mad again. So, like, what are you really here for?
Right. So there's no line of logic then. Therefore, like, I don't know. I try not to give those types of talking points credence because they make absolutely no sense.
Right. And those are the people who are the ones who are arguing and complaining the most. First, they complain about, the quality on the shoe isn't as good as it was when they first came out. Well, considering you never had them when they first come out, one, how do you know? Okay, now let's say you're comparing them to the retros that came out. Cool. Now you're mad, we're going to go make you new retros and they're going to be better. Oh, they still ain't like the original. No, actually, you're right. They're better.
Right.
What are you complaining about? If you never had the original to compare it to, then you just, like, what are you complaining about? And then, if you ever had the original, you know that when they're bringing them back, they're actually bringing them back a little better.
Right.
So where's the complaint?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So I
Jordan
always
Brand
try to
did.
think to myself,
They did go through that law where they had to like come out with the remastered program.
mm-hmm.
So they did have that law going for you. But overall, I agree with you. We live in an age of hot takes and complaining, and you know, people they say stuff just to like be shocking or entertaining, and not really have anything substantive.
I'm not
to
showing
add
up next
to
time.
the conversation other than just having this funny hot take or this salacious hot take. And that goes with sneakers as well. Like, you know, it's just like, well, we're going to complain about this. Not really have a reason why we're complaining, but maybe we can crack a joke on this shoe or complain about this shoe. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just seems like there's very little substance behind it.
It usually isn't. I really wish people would have a real reason to feel how they're going to feel about the way that they feel about things. Like, just know what you're talking about first.
Right.
That would be the best jump-off point. How about you actually know what you're talking about?
Right. I agree with you. Like, but I think that's because you're older. I'm a little older. And so you have that context to which you can add to how you process things. I think, once again, a lot of people are looking to react and to respond before thinking and having a rational thought behind what they're about to say next. And once again, go back
I don't think there's much thought on anybody's part on too many things lately. But
I agree.
You know, that's just my thought.
No, I agree. It's rapid reaction, especially like on Twitter. Like, you got to react fast. And, you know, God forbid you take the time to think about something. But, you know, going back, kind of giving people like a brief history in case they don't know who you are. I mean, you started DJing like in the 70s, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's start off with the music side of things. Like, how do you see hip hop from where it started to where it's at now?
That could be a loaded question. Let me say.
All right, do you see it as an evolution, or do you see it as?
It's absolutely an evolution. It started one way, and it's totally in a different way now. It's totally in a bunch of different ways now.
Right.
And if I'm a protector and one who cares about the actual culture, I would be stupid to think that it shouldn't, you know, elevate, grow, become something else, and expand. That's how cultures move. They get bigger. They get different. There's different pieces and parts and moving sections. If you think just hip hop alone, again, it's a culture. When most people are talking about the state of something, they're actually speaking about the state of rap music, and that's what they're usually unhappy about.
Right.
They're not unhappy about hip-hop, because hip-hop is a way of life. The music that lives within hip-hop is rap. And because they're usually unhappy with the way some rapper raps or some music being made or a new genre of rap or a new kind of rap, that's what they're usually unhappy about, is the fact that the music sounds different to them.
Right.
But the music sounded different to everyone when it first came out.
True. So, like, okay, so, like, I mean, I agree with you. In order for something to grow, it has to evolve. However, that can be good and bad. Like, are you happy with the current state of music? Well, let's hip-hop aside, like, as far as rap.
I'm happy with the current state of rap music, and the reason why I say that is because what most people didn't hear back in the days was how much bad rap there actually was. And the reason why they didn't hear it is because you had to have a record deal back in the day to get your music heard. So records went through record companies, and lots of demos are sitting on desks. And when you get the demo sitting on your desk and it's not good, it never gets a deal. Now you can put out your own music, so that record that didn't get a deal before can be out tomorrow.
Right.
So you just didn't hear all the bad rap. So that's why you think there wasn't much back then. There was a ton of bad rap.
No, yeah, that was. I remember some.
But I'm saying, think about it. If you heard some bad rap, just imagine how much you didn't hear.
Right. No, that's true.
But now you can hear everything. Now you can hear everything because they can put it out online, and then all of a sudden somebody has a record deal or somebody has their music being played, and it could not be good. There's a lot of music that's not good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I only blamed it on rap, if I only looked at rap, then I'm being very, very biased to a bunch of bad rock and roll and a bunch of bad jazz and a bunch of bad R&B and a bunch of bad soul, a bunch of bad pop music. You know what I'm saying? I can't do that. I look at music differently. I listen to it. I try to understand why it was made, whether it was a good reason or a bad reason. I love music. So I'm just trying to make sure it's right as possible when I'm involved.
Right. Now, going on with the evolution of things, like seeing things progress, like hip-hop or rap and whatnot, I feel like you also kind of have to maintain that sense of history because you have to know where you came from and know where you're going. And so do you feel like there's enough of that going on? Because I hear a lot of old heads feeling, some type of way about the current culture. This goes for sneaker culture as well, where a lot of people...
Well, here's what I think when it comes to rap music per se.
Right.
If rap wasn't cultivated or the culture of hip-hop wasn't cultivated properly, then it's the fault of the elders in the culture that they're not teaching it properly. So, one, the music's going to do what it's going to do because the music is truly the sound of the youth. And if the older guy's getting older and he doesn't understand what the youth is saying, you can't really be mad at that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you stay in hip to what these kids are saying. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stuck in my 51-year-old ways. I listen, but I also play all the time. So I should be paying attention to everything that's happening. But as far as the culture of hip-hop, it was never cultivated properly. So all the gatekeepers that were there weren't going, no, little guy, these are the rules.
Right.
And the reason why is because it started from such a young place. It was 17, 18-year-olds who created this culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if you created it at 17, you probably haven't figured out the way to govern it. Or if there was never any governance from the beginning, how can you cultivate it properly? Now, the idea should be that the guys in my age range should be trying to teach it back to the youth so that they can care for it differently. So whenever there are kids in my presence, when they want to speak about hip-hop or that, I'm giving them the history. When a new rapper comes to me and says, hey, I want to work with you, first thing I ask them is, I give them a list of records. Have you ever heard of these records? If you've never heard them, then we're not working together.
Right.
Then you go back and you hear them, and then you understand why I asked you if you ever heard them. Then you come back, and then maybe we can figure something out. But until you can say that you know these records, like, to me, I'm not doing my job by not teaching you.
Right.
Like, there's many kids who don't know their Reverend Run is really Run from Run DMC, the rapper who made My Adidas. The reason why, like, so many kids don't understand why there's rappers involved in sneaker companies. Like, that's like the top reason why. Is a record by Reverend Run, who kids don't know is Run DMC. So, like, think about all that trickle-down effect. You think he's Reverend Run, the guy who's on TV, doing all of these, going on Run's house. You don't know he comes from Run DMC. You don't know that Run DMC made the first record about sneakers that became the reason why rappers get involved with sneaker brands.
Right.
There's so much history in that one not knowing that should be taught properly.
But shouldn't that obligation be shared, though? Like, I agree, like, the old heads should do more teaching, but shouldn't the younger cats be, like, more receptive and open to that knowledge being dropped?
Well, the thing is, if a kid goes to school, like, let's say a kid goes to public school and he's sitting in the class, but he doesn't care about what the teacher is saying because he's not teaching them in a creative way. It's the same thing.
Right.
You can't make a kid listen to you unless you have a creative way to listen to them. You can't just talk at a kid. You got to talk with a kid. And most older people talk to younger kids. They talk at them.
I agree.
I don't talk at younger kids. I talk to younger kids so that kids can look back and go, oh, I learned something from that guy.
Right. And I think that's why you're an elder statesman.
Right, but then there's kids who will look at another guy who's just trying to talk at him and go, I ain't trying to hear what this motherfucker talking to me about. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not relating to the kids. He's trying to relate to the kids. You can't relate to kids. You got to relate to the kids so that they walk away knowing and feeling that you cared about their thoughts.
I agree with you 100%. Like, I mean, I think that's why, like, I don't know if you see it or if anybody else sees it, but I think this is why like people look to you as an elder statesman, both in hip hop and in sneakers, because I feel like you have that ability to connect, and you're able to bridge. You like bridge history. You bridge history with the present. I think for both sides, and so I think that's why, like once again, like any sneaker panel worth mentioning, you're probably on it, and
Thank you for the kind words again. I'm gonna tell you something, man. I learned when I was young from my grandmother, just do your best not to sound stupid. And that's all I'm trying to do, is not sound stupid. And so when I speak, I try to think about the things that I say. So being on these panels, I guess, is because people can tell that I actually think about what I'm going to say. You know what I mean? I don't want to embarrass myself or my culture or my people, if I'm making any good sense to you.
No, that's well spoken. I thought, or I think at least. So hopefully, people listening think the same thing. I want to get back to the DJ battles you used to have. Was it the Superman battle for world supremacy?
Superman DJ battles for world supremacy. Yes, sir.
Because it's funny because we just did an interview last week and we was talking to a shoe cobbler, and we was just asking him like, do you think cobbling is a lost art or is becoming a lost art? And he was like, yeah. And so I want to ask you that same question, but framed within DJing. Do you feel like the art of DJing is becoming a lost art? Like anybody can just play songs at a party, right? Like, but the art of DJing.
The art of DJing, I would probably more say the craft of DJing. I don't think it's a lost art. That's why you have some who will do well and you have some who won't do well, just like a rapper who will do well and won't do well.
Right.
A sneaker brand that will do well, who won't do well. You know what I'm saying? Like there's the right and the wrong in all situations.
The last time we spoke, you said that you came to Detroit and you were looking for us. I think you got invited by StockX or somebody, and they said they tried to reach out to us but I didn't see any phone numbers on my phone. Any missed calls?
I don't know. It's funny because I was there a couple of weeks ago too. I did something during Auto Week.
Oh, dang!
It was actually part I did was crazy.
I gotta get my number to you. So yeah, next time you're in Detroit, man, I definitely gotta link up with you.
Okay.
Kind of segueing from hip hop to sneakers. Going back to these sneaker panels, like what is your overall impression with the conversations that are being had? Like I do find myself sometimes being frustrated with I don't want to say direction. It just seems like some of the conversation is kind of like trite and superficial. Yeah, it's just like, and it's like you're the only one really making sense up there. And so I find myself being annoyed because a lot of times like they'll cut you off and they'll start talking and it's like, okay,
certain things or certain situations are made to be for a certain thing. Like if you're talking about like the complex thing, they're looking for a level of entertainment at the same time.
Right.
I'm not a buffoon, so I don't play into the foolery. My thing is I'm gonna state my opinion as straightforwardly as possible. If it gets heard properly, then it does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But I'm not gonna play the fool for anything. And I think that might be the balance that I bring. That might be the balance that Russ Bankston brings. You know what I'm saying? We're speaking from a place that we give a
right.
But if you're talking about any other panel, who knows what's going on in those things? You know what I'm saying? But Complex Con, that if you think about it, it's Complex Con is the internet in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think. You got all of these kids in a room, all of these people in a room who hide behind keyboards and talk crazy shit. And then we have to do a sneaker panel in front of them. What are they looking for? They're looking for the craziness to be happening.
Yeah.
So
but see,
sometimes the craziness happens.
That don't annoy you? Like, I mean, as somebody of substance, that does not annoy you?
Here's the reason why it doesn't annoy me like that. And the reason why, it's really simple. I'm not going to be a fool. And I'm not going to play the fool.
Right.
I'm going to state my opinion. When I walk away from it, I know that I was being the best me as possible.
Right.
I'm not going to engage you in a screaming match about dumb shit. Like, because I don't like dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? There are people who thrive on that. I just can't.
Right.
I don't. You know what I'm saying? I think I have way too much mental capacity to
engage
go
in
with
that.
the trivial craziness.
Right.
I can't do it.
Well, I feel you. It's just, I don't know. I just, me personally, I just find myself just being like, I don't know. Once I see something going a certain way, it's hard for me not to get annoyed. And especially if you're trying to have a real conversation about sneakers or anything else, to have it, to have the conversation being directed by a bunch of minstrels, is.
Well, I'm not going to say that about. I'm not going to say that about the panel like that. I'm not going to say that.
Well, I'm not talking about
sometimes passion. Well, I'm saying sometimes passions get in a way that make people excited or not excited or indifferent about some situations. So,
right.
When it comes to the complex comp panel, you got to know what it's about. It's not like we sat there together and talked about these 10 shoes. It was a group of other people that brought these 10 shoes together and said, let's get them to talk about those in order.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So you go back and forth and you move things around and your ideas or your thoughts are what they are, but, not everything is going to be necessarily as congruent as things should be for people with thoughts. You know what I mean?
No, I feel
if you
you.
put your thoughts to it, it's going to seem a little different.
No, I feel you. I wasn't talking specifically about Complex Con. It's just, we travel a lot with Sneaker Con, and, we've been to other sneaker events and sneaker shows, and sometimes it's like, man, okay. You just kind of tune out at a certain point.
I get it.
But going back, so, like, what? Okay, so besides people hating shoes because they're rare or, not wanting them anymore, what annoys you about, I guess, sneaker culture as it is right now? Or does anything annoy you?
I guess people like buying shoes that they don't actually want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're just buying them to resell them, you're stopping somebody who actually wants them from having them to wear.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Or let's say you want to be a reseller or you're a reseller. When you get to that store and you see somebody that's a size 13 and you're a size 7, like, let the guy get that 13, buy 8.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't. It's I don't know. At least have some thought about the other guy who's standing in line who might actually want to wear it.
Right.
Like, I understand you there so you can get a pair that you could sell. That's cool. Get your size and sell. Don't get my size. You know what I'm saying? Don't stop the guy who actually wants to wear the shoe from getting the shoe. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even if it gets that far, because sometimes the stuff's just coming out the back door, so you don't even see that kid that you're screwing out of the 13.
That's true.
Right.
No, that's
crazy,
very true.
You can't enjoy the game.
Speaking specifically, because I hear a lot of conversation. I don't know if I just started paying attention to it recently, in specific to the Black History Month collections that a lot of brands are coming out with now. It seems like Nike was the only one that did one this year. I didn't see anything from Adidas or Puma. Some people appreciate it because they're acknowledging our culture on some level, but then other people feel like they're just trying to make money off of it. Like, how do you see it?
Well, there's two ways to look at it, right?
Right.
These companies have to do business, and they're doing business, and that's one thing. But what about the fact that, what if the one time that they did acknowledge Black History Month and they gave them away and there was only a certain amount of pairs and everybody was mad that there was only a certain amount of pairs and they didn't get them, right?
Right.
Then they say, you know what? We're going to do the giveaway thing again. We're going to make more pairs. They make more pairs. People didn't get them. More people mad again. Then they do it one more time. Not enough people got them. People are mad again. Then they say, you know what? We're going to make some. We're going to sell some. Because, people are unhappy.
Right.
Nobody was unhappy when the Puerto Ricos came out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Puerto Rican Pride, they didn't get mad. N7s, they didn't get mad. But Black History, now you got an issue.
So it might be just a case of people being too woke.
Or like the real question is, why are you mad if they're recognizing you? What are we really talking about here?
Right.
When you're mad if they don't recognize you, and then you're mad if they do recognize you. It's like, what are we really talking about?
Right.
Now here's the thing. Like, They for 3 years, they made them, 4 years, made them and gave them away, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave them away at events that were celebrating Black history. Trust me, I went to 3 of the events. They gave the shoes away, no questions. Just, you were there, we're celebrating Black history, here's a pair of shoes for you, right?
Right.
No problem. Now they're recognizing you. They're recognizing and paying homage, and they didn't want to charge you for it, but now you're telling them that you got a problem with them recognizing you and charging you for something that you never got in the first place. What are you actually mad at? Like, I don't get it.
Once again, sometimes, man, logic ceases to exist.
Well, that's what I was going to say, is that for the first few years, as far as Air Force Ones went, a lot of those were gifted out. You know, I think it wasn't until 2011 where I think it was made available. Like, you had the 2008 with the kente cloth and the box that I think there's a photo of you giving a pair to Bill Cosby on the internet, which I thought was kind of dope.
Yeah, I took a pair and gave them to Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even them. They weren't even saying we want to give it to Bill Cosby. I was like, I need a pair. I want to go give it to Bill Cosby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't their thought to put it out there like that. It was, hey, you came here and you got it there. I was like, yo, Bill Cosby is part of our Black American history.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a pair to give to Bill Cosby. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, what happened later with Bill Cosby has nothing to do with the fact that I was giving him something.
No, that wasn't what I was.
I wasn't going to bring that up.
I was just, citing that, there was a period in time where they were just giving them out to people. And, like you mentioned, people were
giving
upset.
them out. But think about this. There wasn't even like a thought pattern behind them giving it out, except you were a part of this thing and we want you to have it. But I was like, put a little more thought to it. Send a pair to Barack. So Barack Obama got a pair.
The 2009
and
pair.
then, make sure. Right. No, he got a pair with the kente cloth.
Oh, you got a pair of those too? Because I know he did they did the 44th president one in 2009.
Yeah, that was just a pair that they just gave him a pair. That was another pair. But what I'm saying is the thought pattern is, hey, he's Barack Obama and he's our president. And he's a black man. Yeah, give him a pair of Black History jokes. That makes good sense to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense to most people, just not black, This is what we'll do. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back with more DJ Clark Kane. This conversation is, real good.
Barry White Ranger here. You all know that I entertain a great deal, and when I am out and trying to make my best impression, my ensemble is complete without a really great pair of sneaks. Like me, you can keep your kicks in the best shape possible, simply with crap.
Are like, yo, we don't even know what the hell you're talking about because you never even tell us that you're talking.
Right.
You understand? So, my kids don't listen to interviews that I've done because I don't go home and go, hey, why don't you go listen to that interview? I'm like, I can't do it. I can't send someone to go listen to me.
It's weird, though. As big as you are, and as long as your career has spanned, you would think you would be more comfortable with how you sounded.
Yeah. Listen. I've done... This is probably the third interview that I'm doing in front of my daughter, right?
Oh,
my
wow.
daughter's 24.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter can say that there's stories that I'll tell that she'll be like, I did not know this about you, Dad. But she's only been my daughter for her whole life.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And she'll walk away going, or go and tell somebody, well, I didn't know that my dad did this, or this is what my dad is saying, or this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's because I can't go home and be like, yo, go check out that. No way, I can't do it. I don't even understand how.
Right.
Well, one of the,
you know what I'm saying? So
one of the best,
great.
podcast I heard with you on was the Drink Champs one with the mayor, and that one was the stories you guys told on there were amazing. I really enjoyed listening to that.
If they ever heard that, they'd probably be like, what?
No, I mean, it's going back to that. I love listening to stories. I missed that interview, but
it was great.
I mean, think about this for a second. all right, if you heard that interview, you heard Nori tell the universe or his universe that I taught him how to make records. Like that doesn't even sound like it makes sense me saying that to you, but like he can say I'm the one who taught him song structure and was like, no, we're gonna get a hook, and no, stop at the 16 bars. Like I taught him that in a session making a record for him, and he can tell people that. I can't tell nobody that.
I mean, you
know what I'm saying?
You sound like you like too humble for your own good. Like I swear, like
maybe I am, but you know, still I'm not gonna switch.
No, that's you, and I mean I can't knock that, but I mean we had, you know, it's funny, we had Kareem Biggs on the show sometime last year, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was a real good interview and whatnot. And you had a front row seat to just see how Jay-Z's career like started off and just, I mean, where he's at now to be the global icon that he is. I mean, it's just, it's for me, like even looking back at like old pictures of him, like when he first started, to like have that, I mean, nobody knew it, but to just see that person and be like, he's going to be like one of the biggest icons ever. What was that like, having that front row seat, seeing all that like unwrap?
You got to remember that before he met Biggs, before he met Game, before he made a record with Kane, like I knew who he was, and I met him. And when I met him, the first time I met him, I thought he's going to be the greatest ever.
Oh, wow.
I mean, understand me, he was 15, 16. Like, we were young. But when I heard him, I just was like, he's going to be the greatest.
Was it his mentality, or what was it about him that made you think that?
No, I listen, when it comes to MCs, I listen to the bars. Like, bar for bar, what are you saying? And it's the bars. It's always going to be the bars, because the bars are what set up everything else.
Right. You know what this reminds me of? This, like, so we just had Quincy Jones in his interview with the Vulture, I believe. And I'm waiting.
He was saying a lot.
Man, he had a lot of he got loose. So I'm waiting.
Yeah, he was doing a little too much, man. I don't know.
You think so?
I can't wait till I get his age to stop caring.
There's some things that he said that I just can't stand by. You know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of shit on rap music. You know what I'm saying? But he's still one of the guys that champion rap music. So I'm just like, well, why'd you shit on it and champion it at the same time? It sounds a little crazy to me.
Right. First of all, I can't wait to hear that DJ Clark Kent interview 30 years from now when you just go loose.
I'm not gonna lose my mind like that. It's not in my nature to sit on somewhere and talk bad about somebody or anybody, or you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna do it in a destructive way. I'm not gonna. It's never gonna be me.
Right. No, it was weird because obviously I like Quincy and I love Quincy, and he's one of the greatest to ever do it.
And before you go any further, I don't want you to get anything confused. Musically, I have undeniable respect for Quincy Jones. Quincy Jones made Thriller. Quincy Jones made Off the Wall. How do I not respect that guy?
Right, that's just two of his records.
If I only took those two pieces of work,
right,
I could respect him for the rest of my life.
Exactly. No, I agree with you. Like
he made the Brothers Johnson. He mentioned the Brothers Johnson in his interview, and people don't even know who they are, and their music was outlandish. Like it was a good that don't even make sense.
Right.
His albums themselves, like the Quincy Jones albums, the dude, Quincy is a special. Quincy Jones made I Know Karita. Like Quincy Jones, like we are not talking about a regular dude, man.
Right. No, I believe it. It's just weird to watch for anybody that's took the time to even do some research on Quincy Jones, just to see the span of his career, like the people he was able to work with, like.
Like he comes from the 30s. Don't get it confused. He comes from the 30s. When I was born, he was 30
right.
something. You know what I'm saying? When I was born, he was 30 something. You know, like he played with Ray Charles. He played with Frank Sinatra. Like, how do you not? Herbie Hancock. Like, how do you not look at this guy and go, yeah, he's one of the greatest ever. Like he made If You Ever Lose This Heaven.
Yeah.
Like he made If You Ever Lose This Heaven. There's a song that he made called If You Ever Lose This Heaven. Go hear it. You will understand why you should respect Quincy Jones. He made Baby Be Mine, goddammit. He's Quincy Jones. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, he should be, if there's a Mount Rushmore of music, like, he's on the route. He's the first guy on Mount Rushmore.
I agree.
Easily.
He has, like, what, 78 Grammy nominations? Like, ridiculous. Like, it's
Who cares? He made Thriller.
He sound like Dave Chappelle right now.
After all, I don't, understand me, I don't care if he's ever nominated. He made single-handedly the biggest selling record of all time.
Agreed.
Are you putting it together?
No, I'm putting, like, as far as production and music.
Listen to what I'm saying. Man.
Yep.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm hearing you.
If that is the only thing he did, right?
Yep.
It's bigger than everything anybody's ever done, musically.
Yep.
So, I mean, I'm cool. Yeah, all right. You the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got a million Grammy nominations. He made Thriller.
No, I'm just pointing it out. I'm just pointing out. No, I agree with you. I'm just pointing out just his accolades. Like, you know, most people are into that. Like, so I'm just pointing that out. I mean, I agree with you. Without those accolades, he's still the greatest.
I'm gonna keep it funky. I'm into greatness, man. You know what I'm saying? Biggie didn't win a Grammy Award, but Biggie was the best rapper you'll ever hear. Jay-Z won how many ever awards, and he's still the best MC we'll ever hear.
Right.
Best MC, best rapper. The best rapper never won an award, never won a Grammy. And he probably made one of the best rap albums ever.
Right.
What rap album is better than Life After Death? What rap album is better than Ready to Die? He made two of the best rap albums ever, and there's no Grammy next to it.
I agree with you, 100%.
Right.
So
accolades. How about the streets say you the greatest? I take those. I'll take that.
I agree with you. I was just my bad for pointing out that he was successful in everything.
No. Understand what I'm saying? No, I'm not mad at you. Think about what I'm saying. Jay-Z's best album is Reasonable Doubt. That didn't win a Grammy.
Right.
Like, that should sound nuts in the grand scheme of things.
It does.
But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Right.
Ready to Die and Life After Death did not win Grammys. In the grand scheme of things, that should sound crazy to you.
Now I'm interested to know what beat them that year. I just want to know. It's probably some album we've never heard of.
I'm going to keep it funny. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned.
I'm a little OCD with the facts. I'll find out.
Francis is going to look that up. 'Cause I'm just interested to know.
To your point, Quincy, 79 nominations, 27 awards.
I'm just saying that it adds to his resume. But, you know.
Of course it does. His resume is everything.
Yeah. But no, I mean, but as far as his hot takes.
Stupid.
As far as his recent hot takes in his interview, like, I was just kind of like, wow. Because, I mean, I'm not like some of the stuff I think I've heard before, but it was just like, I kind of felt like you were just kind of like, but why? Why now? But, you know, I guess he had to get some stuff off his chest.
As people get older, they lose their filter.
Yeah.
Think about the things your grandmother says to you out of left field.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, they lose their filter because, you know why? Because they're sick of the book.
Yeah.
So they just say whatever they feel. When you're younger, you have to care about what you're saying and be careful about what you're saying because of what feelings you might hurt. But when you get to 70, like, do you really care about hurting anybody's feelings?
No.
Every grandmother I know gives two ups about hurting somebody's feelings.
Right.
And Life After
Death.
I'm
not even joking. Like, every grandmother I know does not care about hurting feelings.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna say what they're gonna say.
Right.
They lived a lot of life.
Exactly. They lived through too much to care about how you feel.
Life After Death lost to No Way Out in '98.
Puffy's album?
Look at that.
He lost to Puffy's album?
Yep. No, just listen to how that sounds.
That's. I mean, it's hard not to laugh. Like, wow.
Right.
Wow.
It lost to No Way Out. No Way Out. Listen to how that sounds.
Yeah.
And don't get it confused. No Way Out was an amazing album.
It was. But
Life After Death?
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
I mean,
Life After Death?
because we all know Puffy ain't write his own lyrics.
Okay.
No,
Right.
I'm done here.
Right, like-
You want me to say?
One would think we're having to have DJ Clark here on the show.
That was a real interesting year, by the way, for
that-
nominations.
Who else was nominated? Now I'm interested.
Missy Elliott, Wyclef, and Wu-Tang.
Okay. I'm not mad at the field, but I do agree that Life After Death should have came home with that one. But this is Black History Month, and you are one of the pioneers in hip-hop, at least to a lot of people, if not in your own mind. I feel awkward asking you this question now because, like, I just feel like you don't give me, like, some humble answer. But, like, how do you see yourself in the grand scheme of things as far as within hip-hop or music, and even sneakers? How do you see yourself as African-American?
In hip hop, I think I'm one of the few that will try my best to protect it. And in the music field, I think I'm one who truly cares about the actual quality of the music. And in the shoe game, I'm just one who wants to be fresh.
Right.
That's it. I just want to be
Check
fresh.
marks.
Like
I know. Like I feel like your tombstone is gonna be like the most simple sentence ever. Is like, I just want to be fresh. DJ Clark Kent.
That's what it started out for me as. That's what it's always gonna be. I just want to be fresh, like all the time.
ATF.
I'm from the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Can we put that on a
addicted
t-shirt?
to fresh. That's exactly what I am.
Yeah, put that on a t-shirt. I'll buy it.
I'm sure they have.
I don't.
Yeah, we did that already.
Yeah,
We did
Oh, I bet. See, I'm late. So, like, Jordan Brand, like, they got, okay, so everybody swore they died last year, right? Like, they, I guess, just died and got buried. But this year, it looks like they're making some moves. And I think it really started with the, as much as I didn't like them, I got to give them credit, the Off-White ones. And then you move segue to the Gatorades. It looks like they're going back to, like, the whole storytelling aspect of things. And it looked like it's working.
Well, the thing is, they were always telling stories. It's just that if they don't translate it properly, then you miss it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all that was actually happening. And now they're translating the stories a little better.
Right. Now, do you agree with them? Because going back to what we were talking about earlier about Rare Shoes, I feel like they listened to some of the. I feel like it was a small minority that was able to be the most vocalized out of the group, where they were once again talking about Jordan were dead because they were still sitting in the stores. And I feel like Jordan Brand heard that, and now they're like, okay, well, we're going to limit shoes again.
Wait, hold on. Let's ask a question, right?
Right.
Okay. Back when Jordans were really, really going crazy and they weren't sitting on shelves, there was probably like 400,000 pairs of Jordans on every release. And they weren't sitting on shelves, and people were mad. Oh, I can't get them. They didn't have enough. 400,000 pairs, you ain't got enough.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So now they give you 800,000 pairs, so some sit on the shelf. Does that mean they're losing, or does that mean they just didn't sell all 800 in the first weekend?
Exactly. No, I'm able to see that.
Now here's the crazy part. Everybody still likes the sneaker, but now all of a sudden there's something wrong with it because it was on the shelf.
Yeah.
What do you mean? If that's the case, True Blues are whack?
Right.
What?
Right.
True Blues are the fish,
Right.
It's just they made a lot so you could freaking get them. So what are they going to say now with these black cements when there's probably about 1 million pairs? Are those going to be whack? Oh, no, they're not. Oh, those got the Nike Air on the back, right? So they're more special than the ones with Jumpman because you said so?
Right.
Come on, man.
But see, this is why I'm mad at Jordan Brand.
No, trust me, I'm mad at the brand too, because the brand is listening to the street, and they should be listening to themselves because they set the precedent for what the street likes.
Right.
Think about this. Why would you put a Nike Air back on the back of a shoe that this guy is a co-owner of? When Nike Air was on the back of the shoe, he wasn't a co-owner.
Right.
Now he's a co-owner. His logo is the Jumpman.
Right.
Why do you listen to a bunch of people complaining about a Jumpman, put that on, take away from the legacy that is the Jumpman, who is Michael Jordan, just because some people were screaming?
I think that has a lot to do with like nostalgia. I think Because a lot.
Now, that's not. You can say nostalgia all you want, but if you tell me there's some black cements with a Jumpman on the back, I'm not going to not want them.
I agree. No, I agree with you on that. Like whether it has the Jumpman or the Nike Air on the back, I'm getting it regardless because the shoe overall.
Black cement.
Exactly, it's dope overall. I'm
right.
just saying, for me, like I was born in '84. I was like 4 or 5 when the threes first came out, so I wasn't really up on them then.
So, wait. Right. So the bottom line is you don't know nothing about it.
I mean,
so
I've done my.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. You don't know anything about it. You don't know the Michael Jordan that jumped from the free throw line. You don't know him. You might have did your history later when you figured it out, when you got in the shoes all heavy.
Right.
But you don't know Nike Air Jordan. You know Jumpman Jordan. And when your reality says that, just because of that, it should be enough for you to be like, nah, I go over to Jumpman. I'm good.
I understand the difference. I mean, I agree with you in the aspect of, in the grand scheme of, I wouldn't pass on a Jordan 3 if it had a Jumpman, because I had the ones that came out in 2011, minus the Nike Air.
Mm-hmm.
I had those, and I loved them until they got ruined.
So
However,
that's like 8 pair left. You kidding me?
Right. See,
they still black cement.
No, they still black cements, but that added touch does help. You know what I'm saying? Especially like I love the history. I'm a big fan of history, and so like I did do the research, and you know what I'm saying. And so to know the backstory behind the shoes, and then we recently were at Nike headquarters, and we were able to talk to Tinker's right hand man. I'm not gonna give his name out because I don't want people, bombarding him with follows and instant messages, but. We was able to talk to him, and he was able to give us some behind-the-scenes stories and show us some sketches and all this other stuff. So having all that at your disposal, as somebody who wasn't around or able to get it then, you want a piece of that. And so to be able to have the exact shoe in as close as possible to the original, it is an added touch as a collector to have. But I still will get the other ones too, though. I'm just saying, like, it wouldn't be like, I'm not going to buy this shoe unless it has the Nike Air. I'm not like that, but...
Okay.
You're like, all right, cool.
That's all I got.
Cool.
That's all I got. Look, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to argue with you and go back and forth.
No. It's a conversation. No, it's a conversation.
No. I respect it. That's why I said, okay, I got nothing.
You know what? Now I'm like, if I ever go to New York and I'm like, I have the ability to hang out with you, I'm just gonna like wear every Nike Air Retro that I own.
At the same time?
Yes.
Come on, man.
No, I'm playing with you. Once again, another hot topic is, so they got the Tinker ones coming out, the Tinker 3s, and it has the swoosh. Now that was his original concept, and once again, I think this was at the 30th anniversary of the 3s, I believe this year. So that makes sense as to why this particular shoe version would come out. But a lot of people were bothered by the swoosh being on there. And
you know why?
Why?
Because they don't know this story.
Yeah, there you go.
You know why, though?
What's that?
Because they don't really know original Mike Jordan playing for the Bulls in threes, jumping from free throw lines. And stories weren't told back then.
Right.
It was, the shoes dope, it's Michael Jordan, we want the shoes Mike wears. And think about this. You didn't want the shoes Mike wears until Spike Lee said, it's got to be the shoes.
Right.
If you played basketball, you wanted them because we all knew about Mike, but the average kid didn't want Michael Jordan's shoes. They sat on shelves. Remember that until the threes.
Yeah. A lot of people don't remember
and
that.
Those threes are the ones, think about it, the threes are the ones that got a commercial with Spike Lee.
Yeah.
That's all I got. So no Spike Lee, no story, no history. Spike Lee is the reason why you guys called something the sneaker culture.
I would agree with that.
You hear me?
I agree.
Spike Lee is the reason. Nothing else. No, it was weird to have 1,000 pair of sneakers. Like, I was a weirdo when I was coming up. If someone came in my crib, they thought that I was out of my mind for having thousands of pairs of sneakers. It doesn't make sense. Right. But now it's like, oh, yeah, you got 1,000 pairs of sneakers. It's almost like you're supposed to. Like, no, I didn't have it to be the guy with 1,000 pairs. I had it so that every day I was fresh.
Right.
I didn't wear sneakers when I saw something. I bought 3 so that every time I put a pair on, they were brand new looking. You get what I'm saying?
I hear you. So we know what sneaker culture is, where it's come from. We know where it's at. Where do you see it going? Do you ever see it going away?
Let me ask you this. How can something go away that everybody has? Do you know anybody who doesn't have a pair of sneakers?
Well, I mean, everybody had sneakers back in the day, but that didn't, there was no real sneaker culture back then either.
No, it's because there wasn't a hype driven to it. Like I said, I was a weirdo and I had thousands of sneakers in my house.
Right.
But there was still this guy who loved sneakers and who loved to be fresh. And see, the thing is, it wasn't about loving sneakers more than it was about being fresh. And the thing is, the reason why I don't look at it the same is because they're just clothes.
Right.
They're a part of, apparel. Like, everybody has shoes. Everybody has pants and shirts and jackets. And shoes you just got to have. Now, some can be more enthusiastic about the shoes that they have. I'm just extremely enthusiastic about me having fresh sneakers.
Right.
So the thing that y'all call the sneaker culture, because if you know or anything about me, I don't call it the sneaker culture. I call it the sneaker game. And I just want to be fresh. Like, that's my whole motive. That's why we say we're addicted to fresh. I don't say I'm addicted to sneakers. I'm addicted to fresh. So my closet looks right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just not sneakers. So my clarity I have to be giving you clarity to the way I think about it. I think like it's just clothes. It's a part of an outfit. You know what I mean? You get it?
No, hey, I'm picking up what you land down.
Why did Buggin' Out go so crazy when his sneakers got stepped on? Because he was trying to be fresh.
Yeah, and he paid $100 for him.
But he was trying to be fresh.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what he was trying to be in the movie. He wasn't trying to be this sneaker guy. He was trying to be fresh. And you fucked up my sneakers. You broke my Jordan.
I feel you.
You understand what I'm saying? So, like, it's pretty much right in front of you. So the more enthusiasm and the more information, because that's what really happened, information happened.
Right.
And then as the information happened, the hype grew, and, now y'all call it something. No, they're sneakers, man. It's sneakers. I'm not mad at people being more enthusiastic about them or not. Like, but the thing is, if you drive up hype, it's like selling drugs. You know what I'm saying?
But
so if you drive up the hype for good drugs, they're gonna come for it.
But everything has a beginning and an end. So I just, I mean, you've been
Absolutely.
around long enough to see waves.
I don't think there's an end to clothes. I don't think there's an end to clothes. Like, I don't think there's an end to music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't stop wearing clothes.
No.
Sneakers are clothes. So where's the end gonna come? It's not.
No, I mean, well, use clothes, but there's certain types of clothes. Like, nobody's wearing bell bottoms anymore. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying.
And nobody stopped wearing polo.
Well, that's true.
You know what it is? It's good clothes. Good clothes aren't going away. Nobody stopped wearing Gucci.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So the things that are good, people, like when Tommy Hilfiger went bad, they stopped wearing them. Now they're coming, bringing themselves back to being human. Levi's never went away. Good clothes are going to stay. Good sneakers will stay. They're not going to go away.
Right.
I'm not trying to confuse. I'm just trying to give you the simplicity of my thoughts.
I'm enjoying the conversation. To be
definitely.
honest.
So, I mean, speaking of conversation, jumping from, Clark, who said he doesn't, really like hearing himself on podcasts, to someone that does, we had Mayer on.
A bunch of times.
Right. And, closets got brought up, and he was like, you ask Clark who has the better closet, he's going to say me, but, we all know it's him. He was like, never ask him. So I'm obviously going to ask. So,
who has the better collection?
Who has the better? Yeah, better closet. You're Mayer.
Better closet?
Yeah.
Mayer has a dope closet.
Oh man, see. Now I feel like I feel like we should call him Mayer, but then that'd be like another half hour.
Has a better closet. Have you seen Mayer's closet?
I've seen his closet.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what he's doing here.
It looks beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. All right.
No. Whoa, wait. What do you think I'm doing? You asked me.
You're talking about his closet. Like, he has a beautiful closet.
He has a nice closet, yeah.
I'm not talking about what's in his closet. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, I've never been one to judge closets.
Closet is amazing. Well, that's what you asked me.
Okay, his collection.
His collection.
His collection.
Oh, well, first of all, I don't have a collection, so I'm going to say Mayer right out the gate.
Oh, come on. Okay, what do you call it? Like, now we playing
Mayer,
semantics.
I'm going to say Mayer. Listen. I'm going to say Mayer. I'm going to say Greg Street. I'm going to say All Day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm going to say Wale. I'm going to say Fat Joe. You know what? I'm not going to say Wale. Because Wale got a lot of sneakers. He's trying to just wear them. That's not collecting. That's wearing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a collection. I'm trying to wear all of that shit.
Semantics. I mean, because I call mine my collection, but I wear mine too.
That's not collect. That's not semantics. That's not semantics.
Okay.
That's clarity. You know what I'm saying?
So what would you call it then?
I call it a bunch of sneakers.
All right. So who has a better bunch of sneakers?
I just gave you a list.
Oh,
it's Greg all day.
Mayor, Fat Joe, Greg Street. Have you seen his?
Yeah.
Man, shit. Greg Street got flames in his closet. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just saying.
Oh no, you do. No, you definitely do. But you definitely do. But another.
I got some shoes. I got some shoes. But I mean, I get rid of shoes super quick too.
Isn't New Balance your favorite? I swear you told me that before.
Nah. My favorite shoe of all time is white on white Air Force One. Do I love New Balance? Yes.
I don't know why I thought you said
I love New Balance, but
did you say that's like the most you had, like the most sneakers you had in your collection were all like with New Balance?
No. That's like most people would be confused if they came to my crib. Nike is what I got the most, and then New Balance.
Okay.
Like it's kind of crazy that I have as much New Balance as I do, but you know, I really like New Balance. I do. I like New Balance. I like Adidas. I like Pumas. I like all brands. It's just that I have a lot of New Balance.
Right.
So I have another question for you that I asked Mayor when we had on. We were talking about the Bespoke program, and you know I've been fortunate enough to sit down with Mao and Ant and Tan and do some, do a pair or two. First and foremost, the pair that Mao did for you, the Divas, I think were awesome.
Yes. Yeah, so do I. That's a pair that's something that's in my house that's never gonna get worn, and that is damn near impossible because I'm gonna wear all my sneakers. But that one pair I'm not gonna wear. Dedicated to my mother. It was a gift. Those are never gonna get worn.
Wow.
So, I sitting down with I've asked Mayor, he laughed, but I'm gonna ask you, you'll probably laugh too. Actually, he had an answer. Have you ever gone into Mercer to do a bespoke and had an idea where they looked at you and said, "No, we can't do that"?
Have they ever said no? They can't do it to me?
Yes.
Yeah, the first time I went in, but after that,
all right. Yeah, that's the Mayor had the similar answer.
The very first time, yes, and then let me say this: whatever I've been told no to, at some point, I've always gotten yes later.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm one who, if you say no, I'm not pushing. But if it's something that I really, really believe will be something, I'll say ask. And if they ask, when it comes, I'm honest. When it comes to me asking, it usually comes out yes.
Right. Yeah.
In most cases, but you also have to remember that I helped with the creation of the store itself.
That's what I was gonna.
Me
mention.
asking, it's kind of a different level of asking.
All right. Because when I asked Mayor the question, he said that he got told no for a Duce bespoke he wanted to create, and it was a branding issue, and that was it. And after that, he was like, "Nah, I never get told no." Wow. But unlike you, he's like, "I just call somebody else."
Yeah, that's Mayor reaction right there. So what do you have coming up, like as far as musically or even with sneakers? Like anything special coming up?
Musically, I'm gonna work with some artists this year that have expressed interest in me making us some music. So I'm gonna do that.
Right.
And then shoe wise, there's some stuff.
There's some stuff.
There's some stuff. I feel like I'm back at Nike headquarters because everything was secretive.
Nobody knew about. Think about what I'm saying. Nobody knew about Got That White, and then all of a sudden they were just there.
Man,
I need the relationship with the brands that you got. Like, I need that.
Oh wait, what relationship? I mean,
you have a relationship.
What do you think it is?
No. I'm not saying. Look, I'm not. It's not meant to be derogatory. I'm just saying they are aware of you and you are aware of them.
Yeah, I mean, be clear that they're aware of all of you guys.
No, they're not. Well,
the question is, trust me, they're aware of practically everybody. It's how you move with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody asked me the other day, "Yo, how do you go about, doing a shoe with a brand?" And I'm just being honest. You don't go to the brand. You let the brand come to you.
Right.
In the beginning, I did not go to the brand. The brand came to me, and it wasn't about me doing a shoe. It's just that they came to me about something. That something turned into something else that made me just ask, I want to do a shoe.
Right.
And
the thing is, like, I didn't even want to do a shoe. I didn't even want to do a shoe to be released. I just wanted one pair
to go
and
to
the
go
reason
against
I wanted the
Papitos.
one pair.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Well, that's what I want.
And they had his name on the side. I was hot. He's my friend. He's my friend, and he had this shoe with his name on the side. I was like, oh no, I'm pissed.
Why
you know
don't
what I'm saying? Like I wanted a shoe.
Right.
Why don't we get like
to show him? I just wanted to be like, what's really good.
Right.
Oh, because I've been talking, I talked to Bobito sometimes online, and I've been trying to like tell him like he needs to get back in there because the red high top he did with Nike is like my hands down my favorite Air Force One like ever. Hearing the story of how the 112 pack came up because of what Bobito had did. We need to get the two of you guys in there and get like a little rivalry pack going and push out these forces like this.
You want to know what's funny? Like, we don't have a rivalry. Like, we're really, really good friends.
Oh, yeah, I believe it.
You know what I'm saying? And all it would be, we'd have to probably make a pair of shoes with somebody laughing on the side of it, a face laughing, because when we're together, 99% of the things that get said is laughter.
Right.
Because we really know each other. We know each other. We got jokes. We can talk about the same thing forever. Like, me and him could talk about basketball because I'm a sports junkie. We can talk about shoes because we know shoes. You know what I'm saying? But we can also talk about us just being friends and the funny things that happen between us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's really my guy.
Right. Dang. Okay, so I want to wrap this up because
I'll say this to you too. If you ever spend time around me and Bobby, it's super hard to get a full conversation out of both of us because we're usually laughing too much.
So next time we're in New York, is that an invitation?
I need to harass Bobito anyways, so I mean, I'm there.
I'm just throwing it out there. Is that an invitation?
To do what?
To hang out with you.
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
I was saying, I'm used to shooting shots. You know what I'm saying? You can either reject them.
Oh,
or
is that what we're doing? Shooting shots?
Are we shooting shots?
You got a pair of them? Got them? That white laying around in 11? You can send my way. Is that what we're?
That I don't have.
Right. All right. So no, real talk. This is like.
Think about this. You guys shot 2 shots and you hit 1. You got 50%. If you don't shoot the shot, you're at 0%.
Exactly.
Don't feel like you lost.
This is we're all just shooting with the cuff and stuff. Like the same thing I told Mayor when I had a chance to sit down with them. I'm big in the Air Force Ones. They've been the sneaker I've worn against, everyone saying they're whack. Why do you do it? Air Force Ones have always been it. So looking at like what you do with Mayor and like the whole ATF crew, just like always doing it, like that's big to me. And for me to be sitting here and being able to talk to you, like it's major.
Right.
And I really, appreciate you taking the time.
What you need to know is I'm honored to be one that people want to speak to. So it's all good.
Definitely appreciate you coming on the show, talking to us, giving us any amount of time out of your day. We know you're busy and you got better things to do.
It's all good, brother.
Definitely, if you come back to Detroit or if we're in New York, we definitely got to link up. I know my producer's looking at me like, wrap it up. One more question and I'm done. The Cavs just traded like their entire team, right? I know this ain't got nothing to do with sneakers or anything else, but they just traded. I know you're a sports guy. They just traded away their whole team.
Right.
Like, does that make them? Are they contenders now, or how do you see that?
I'm gonna say this, and I'm glad E is on the line. I'm gonna say this, and this is real. Any team with LeBron James is a contender.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have traded away LeBron James, they'd have been cooked. Any team with LeBron James is a contender.
Okay. I know, Gru was going to love that.
Here's one thing you need to remember. LeBron James, he was about 25, took the Cavs to the finals with nobody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people forget he couldn't have got to the finals unless he took the whole East. He took the whole East with nobody.
Allen Iverson did it too.
Let me give you a further reminder. Dwayne Wade was in the East.
Right.
KG and no, KG wasn't in the East, but there were some other great players in the East playing for great teams, and LeBron James took his team, the Cavaliers, to the chip by himself.
Right.
So every team with LeBron James is a contender.
No, I hear that. Well,
if LeBron James is near a team, they're a contender.
He said near a team. They weren't looking like contenders this last month before they made that trade, but here's
real shit too. Everybody has bad days, yo.
Well, they had a bad couple
Think
of months.
about this. Okay, think about this. The Warriors went a year where they only lost 9 games.
Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they lost 9 games.
Mm-hmm.
Then they go and get Kevin Durant and lose 20?
Well, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you. I just think the focus wasn't there.
So you know, you can say what you want to say, but they're a super team, and they lost some games.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost some games that you looking at them like, how'd you lose that game?
Right.
So if you go through a bumpy patch, which every team goes through, except maybe those Bulls that, yeah, anyway. You know what I'm saying? Every team goes through a bumpy patch, yo.
I agree. I just, some patches are bumpier than others.
My thing is, I wasn't really worried about them, and they always come through in the second season, which is the playoffs. So, you know, like I said, man, anything with LeBron is a contender. But I will say this, it does make the East look a little more level without him having all of that team around him. You know what I'm saying? The Celtics, they look good, and I'm not a Celtics fan. The Raptors look good. Philly looks good. Washington looks good. You know what I'm saying? It's like teams start to look a little different once you shake up somebody's lineup.
No, I mean, I'm interested to see how this all works out because, you know, all year all I kept hearing was, well, they still got to, you know, work out some kinks and learn how to play together. So now you got a brand new starting 5, and, you know, it's pretty much going to be the same narrative the rest of the year. They got to figure out how to play together.
Look, the Cavs went wrong when they didn't make sure that Kyrie was good.
Yeah.
That's where they went from.
Yeah.
You lose Kyrie Irving,
But low-key,
how? Like, what was your thought pattern behind that?
LeBron. But, I mean, he's looking like a genius right now, as of now. Now, that could change once the playoffs start.
Oh. I don't know.
But, no, definitely, man. Like, once again, like I said, we're going to let you go because we run out of time. But definitely appreciate the interview. It's always a good conversation. We'd love to have you on in the future again. And next time you see Jay-Z, tell him, you know, he can come on the show, too.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We shooting all types of shots today.
I'll make sure I relay that message.
Hey, we got Kareem on, so, you know, I mean, that's one step away, so, you know, who knows?
Yeah, well, Kareem Biggs had a sneaker coming out, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, he did have one coming
He never
out.
even mentioned it.
He didn't mention it, though. That was way before.
Yeah, he didn't
they
even
was working
mention
on
it.
it, So I guess he had a reason
Yeah.
to. I know. But still.
Yeah.
Well, see, now I'm starting to, like, I was feeling good about myself, and now he's bringing me back down to earth.
Well, Clark's apparently working on
Well, you
something.
never know. Maybe.
You know what? If you do have something, I'm going to put this out there. If you do have something, when you're finally able to talk about it, can we be the first source you come out to?
Or the second, whichever. I mean,
no, first. First.
I honestly have to. One thing I tell the truth, man. I ain't gonna blow no smoke up your ass.
Right.
Pause. I'm gonna say, I can't promise you that.
Just keep us in mind. Just keep us in the back of your head.
Top 5. Can we just get?
Yeah. Right. Like.
Okay.
The sneaker box. Like.
I can't.
Go to sleep listening to our podcast.
I can't promise.
Go to sleep.
You know what? That's, I'll try it.
Yeah. So we leak it to your subconscious.
Okay.
Oh man, he reminds me of my older brother. Like he was just like I'll say something like crazy, and he just kind of look at me like, all right. Just he wouldn't even respond.
Hey, okay, whatever you say, bro. I'll do it. Go for it.
I appreciate you, man. So,
It's all good, my man.
We'll go get some Chinese food.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you for coming on.
Thank
like
you.
real talk. Like seriously, we appreciate it. Hey,
It's all good.
Can we at least get a follow?
All right, my
man. Since we shooting shots.
You definitely shooting shots because I don't even know who I follow. Keep that honest with you.
That's all. Right, so it wouldn't even matter then.
You know what's funny? Just that he follows my boy Joe, who has never posted on Instagram.
What? He doesn't even have a post, and you following him.
I find it hilarious because Joe has like 8 people following him, and one of them's Clark.
Wow.
I follow who?
Joe PM. My boy Joe. He has the craziest Air Force.
He doesn't even have a post. And
he never posted, and you follow.
You follow him.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But no, I appreciate you, man. Like
Yeah,
I said,
I don't think so.
I know we just having fun at this point. But yeah, next time you're in Detroit and next time we're in New York, like I said, we'll try to reach out and see if we can link up.
Okay, let's get it.
Presence. Once again, that was God's favorite DJ. I don't even feel like calling him a sneakerhead. He's more of like a sneakerologist.
Yeah, don't call him a sneaker.
Don't call him a sneakerhead. He's more of a sneakerologist. All right, so once again, I'd like to thank DJ Clark Kent for coming on the show again. It's always a good time whenever we get a chance to talk to him. Definitely one of our favorite people. Hopefully he's able to get Jay-Z on the show one day.
That'd be dope.
That'll be the trifecta. We did DJ Clark Kent, Kareem Biggs, and then Jay-Z. But anyway, that about wraps up the show. We're not going to do the Lady Sneakers of the Week or the release dates because the show is already run long as it is. But we'll be back next week with all of that.
Congratulations to Harrison and to Marcus and Romney.
Yes. Shout out to all those people.
With all that.
Yes. Shout out to Harrison. Finally, a size 15 won something on the show. But yeah, so you should be happy. Somebody got something for free. Like, not named Francis. That's true. That's true.
Can I have that code?
No. But yeah, anyway, shout out to Nojo Kicks Detroit for giving us the Air Jordan 3s to give away. And shout out to Air 89 Manufacturing Company for also allowing us to give away their clothing. So that about wraps up with episode 159 of the Sneaker Box Podcast.
And let's not forget about Jumpman's word.
Yeah, Jumpman's word of the day. Bury me in the ocean with my ancestors who jumped from the ships because they knew death was better than bondage. Eric Killmonger, the Black Panther. That honestly, like Black History Month, since this is the last episode of February, that had to be like the quote. Like that quote at the end of Black Panther.
That was just a good movie.
It was a very good movie, but that quote, it was just like, yo, if you're gonna go out with that quote.
Spoiler alert.
I mean, if you ain't seen Black Panther by now, you know.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
You don't.
I didn't see it actually.
I know Julian's about to walk out. He's about to stage a one-man protest right now.
Yeah. Is he still here? Wow, didn't even notice.
But yeah, so anyway, episode 159 of the Sneaker Watch Podcast. We'll see you guys next week for 160. I'm the African Caesar, Francis 313, the Sneaker Girl. We out. See y'all next week. Love you.
Before we begin, what are the parameters of the guessing game? How many guesses do I get? Is there a time limit?
Forget it. You ruin everything.